Hey guys, Wagwan, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna go over this Nissan Altima and the common problem that they give from 2019 up. So these are your newer Altima, not the older one. The older one used to give a lot of transmission problem from the CVT transmission, but we're not gonna talk about that because we're talking about the newer one, and the newer one engine and transmission. So far I haven't seen a lot of people complaining about them. So let's get into the video. And also guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. So the first problem we're going to talk about is our radio, the volume knob. You try to turn up the radio, it goes up and down and basically do whatever it want to do. So there's no fix for it where you take apart the radio and clean something, because I already tried taking apart the radio. Everything is soldered to the board, so there's really nothing there to really mess with. You can go ahead and change the radio, but I have customer telling me that the radio at the dealer is around 1800, so I don't know if you want to go that route. You can always find a used radio on eBay or Amazon, whichever one have it, but it's a used radio, so keep in mind when buying a used radio, it might have the same problem, or it will have the same problem soon, because it's a factory defect. Because it's not just one car, it's more than one cars that I worked on that have this problem. And the next the next thing you can do is to work around that problem. And how you're gonna work around the volume problem is use the volume knob on your use the volume button on your steering wheel to raise and lower the volume of the car, and that will help you out really good. So let's move on to the next problem that these cars face. So the next problem on these Nissan Altima will be your brake pedal switch. So what that mean, your car won't start. So you're trying to start your car, but the car won't start because it's not sensing that you're pressing the brake pedal to start the car. And you know, on these cars you have to press the brake and then press the button for the car to start. But you're pressing the brake, the sensor is not making contact on the inside. So what you have to do is go down to your brake pedal and trace the brake pedal all the way up underneath the dash and take out the brake pedal switch. I have a video of me doing that, so I will leave a link for the video down in the description for you guys. So you want to take out the switch, you want to clean the switch and reinstall the switch, and that will take care of the problem. Work all the time. And if you want to go ahead and buy a new switch, you can use this as a temporary fix to get around town or continue about your business, or in case you stop on the side of the road, you can use this to get around while you're waiting on your new switch. So with that said, we're going to move on to the next problem, and our next problem on this car will be our CV joints. The CV joint tends to make a lot of noise from the bearing, so once you turn your steering wheel all the way to the left, press the gas, you start hearing clicking sound coming from in front of the car. That's your CV joint. That's your bearings messing up on your CV joint, so you need to replace your CV joint. And I also have video of that to replace the CV joint. I have one for the left side, I have one for the right side. It's not that hard. The most hard part of that process is to catch the control arm, and I have two different techniques to catch the control arm. I will link both of my videos down in the description. Once you see the left side, you're gonna see how hard I was fighting with it to get the control arm to go back into the subframe. But on the right side, you will see that it's not that bad because I did a different method, and that method is the easiest, which I will be using from now on. Once you take out the CV joint, make sure you take out the lower control arm. So do it that way. Take out the lower control arm, remove it from the subframe, And once you remove it from the subframe, remove it from the spindle itself. Remove it from the ball joint right there, the spindle. And then take out your CV joint, and then once you put back everything in, you go ahead, you put on your lower control arm first, and then you use something to pry it on the lower control arm and slip the ball joint up into the steering knuckle or the spindle. So on to the next problem on these cars. The next problem on these cars will be your power door lock actuator. Once you press the power door lock, you should hear them move. Sometimes you press it, none of the doors open, or maybe you press it, one door open, or maybe you press it, 3 door open and 1 door open. So if the power door lock's going good, if you look on the screen, that's where your power door lock is. So you would have to take off the door panel. The hardest one to change will be the driver's side, because you have that keyhole right there. Just a little extra step, but it's not that hard. I changed all 4, so I know everything already, how that goes. It's not that hard. So guys, the next problem on this car will be the radar that's behind the front emblem in the car. This is not so much Nissan fault, but once you touch the front bumper, hit it on something, it's gonna shift the radar, because the radar is right there. It's gonna shift the radar. Then you're gonna need to buy the radar bracket to align the radar, and then you're gonna have to take it somewhere to get the radar aligned, because once you touch it, the radar gonna go off center. So that's gonna be more like a user error, but that's a common problem for people tapping into stuff or bumping into another car. Give it a light bump, shift the radar, and boom, you have a code right there. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and answer some questions. I'm gonna go ahead and read through some of my comments. I know this is a new video format for me. I never really done this, so bear with me and let's do this together. So I have the first comment up. Hope I don't butcher your name. So Conroy Swaby said, "Yo bro, can you send me the link where I can get Nissan parts? I can't find CV joint in Maryland." So try eBay. You want to go on eBay, type in the year, make, model of the car, and if it's 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive, you type that in as well, and you order your CV joint from there. They will have it. Even if it's used, they will have used one too. Next comment. So the next comment is from Steve. Steve said, "Good tutorial as always, man, respect." Steve, thanks a lot, bro. You always be watching my channels. Thank for your support, and big up yourself anyway there. Just big up yourself. Is it? Someone asks, "Do you have any videos on doing coolant flushes?" So what I would recommend you to do, I don't have any video on doing coolant flushes, but what you can do, you can remove the lower radiator hose. That will drain out all the coolant from the radiator. And some radiator, they bring like a drain plug for the radiator, so you can remove the drain plug and it will drain out the coolant. And then you want to connect back the coolant and connect back the drain plug or the hose, and just add coolant in it, add fresh coolant in it, start the vehicle up. And once you start the vehicle up, you let it warm up, the fan come on, let it run for a few, and then you turn it off. And once you turn it off, you let it cool down before you open the radiator. Once you open the radiator, if it need more, you go ahead and add more, and that's how you would replace your coolant. You can do it 1 or 2 times, because you won't get all the coolant at first, because the coolant gonna still, there will be more coolant in the engine itself from the thermostat closing and not allowing that coolant to flow out. So that's one way to do it. We're gonna go to the next comment. So the next comment is, "You seems to work on a lot of Altimas and they aren't old cars. On the other hand, not many Camry and Akar seem to come into your shop. Thanks for letting us know to stay away from Altimas. So I do work on Camrys. I do work on Akar, but to be frank with you, they do not give as much trouble as the Altimas give. I never go into a card or a Camry, press the button, it doesn't want to start because of the pedal on the switch. The radio, the knob work all the time. So, and I also have a 2021 Honda Passport, so, and it have the same radio as the card, so, well, similar radio as the card. Turn up the volume, turn on the volume, never give any trouble. So I would say they sort of a better car, or they are a better car. And that's it, guys, for this one. Please go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. If I missed anything, you can comment and I will make another video for that. I will try to make more video like this. If you guys like it, let me know whatever car you guys want me to know, and I'll also will be making videos to answer your questions. Peace out. See you next time.